We ended up getting the downside that we spoke of on our last thread of analysis, but I'm gonna say that it's better said that we're currently on the downside that we spoke of from the last thread of analysis that we put together here. And seeing that we are approaching levels of massive extremities in fear here from the fear and greed index, it's only curious to me to look historically and find that we have actually created some bounces from these lows here. So it's kind of like the old Warren Buffett saying, right? You buy the fear and sell the greed. So yeah, that we're approaching at those levels here now, team, and it looks like a critical score of around 16 right now. So yeah, but beside that, guys, I do still want to remind you over the targets that we have put together here for both XRP and BTC specifically, right, guys? Because this is it's getting close, and I want to talk about the implications over what's happening right now as well. So before we get started, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you here on actually 4:13 a.m. early Saturday for me here, and on November 15th. And spot price action here for XRP is sitting at about 224.99, and this 224.99 is actually this is the effect from what we spoke of, over Friday, late Friday's thread of analysis, right, guys? That we were likely to still come back despite the upside that we were experiencing here for resistance, but some of those targets, of course, they are still kind of in our. They are within our vicinity or within our proximity here, guys. It's still a very live possibility. Now, if we are to follow this, this large head and shoulders formation, sure, we could actually approach towards the 203.99 to 206.79, and I could actually see something like that happen should it be that we actually have Bitcoin realize that downside target that we were speaking of from the 2-month historic EMA 9 moving average, right, guys? So that EMA 9 moving average is very much set around that $91,000 area, where yesterday we spoke of the psychological formation right here. Another little coloring book drawing here, right? Here's your other formation, head and shoulders, and putting together here resistance levels of which absolutely worked out pretty nicely. And these would be the downsides here, guys. So confluently enough, 91,189 seems to be just about that target that the EMA 9 is sitting on a bi-monthly time frame, which, by the way, kind of invalidated here the last 2 iterations of a death cross. So yeah, sure, there could still be a little bit of pain here, and I'm gonna just warn you guys also, guys, that if we are to fail this specifically this set of candles here, the 93,487, meaning that we are ending up getting closures of daily timeframes below that. Well, there is absolutely some risk of coming down towards the 84,306 as well, guys, which is very curiously the exact area where your EMA 9 is located on the quarterly time frame, right, guys? So that's presently still kind of a risk here. We just got it's conditional, right, guys? And but still, I just want you guys to know that I am looking over the price here, and I'm looking over everything here. In fact, I do have something to show you as well, right, guys? So this is the ultimate pair to the other algorithm that we were talking about just yesterday, guys. So this is a more traditional take on the volatility versus momentum that I usually price, right? So this is something set around that, and what's been showing here is that this is to spot, right? Imagine you have a team, right, the offense and defense. And you have specific players for the defensive line, and you have specific players for the offensive line. So this would be specific to the offensive line, guys. And this actually displays to you when a bear phase is active, and it'll likely tell you when your bear phase is over. So I know you can't see these little labels here, so I just kind of made them a bit larger here for you guys so that you can see them, right? Just like this right over here, right, guys? So this is that label there. So your bear phase, right, comes to an end here, right? And then you get this upside, and you get the validation of a bear phase active, and it comes down right? So this is another take on how to identify potential trends. Now, not only that, is that you also have this confirmation tool right down here. So should it be that you are specifically analyzing this, this is great for a downtrend like what we're in right now, guys. So I'm absolutely using this to identify our current situation. So should it be that we want to consider further downside from this time frame without getting distracted, well, we can just go ahead and go into the menu here and activate something called your higher time frame confirmation. So what about your, like, say for example, more immediate short term, like a 20-minute time frame from this 3 hour. Let's just go ahead and enable that. And here you go, right? So it's telling us right now that your 20-minute time frame is actually more of a bullish stance than it is within your 3 hour time frame. So you have short-term opportunities for upside. And should it be that you want to just go ahead and analyze further time frames deeper than the 3 hour that we're currently in? So let's just go ahead and see what the daily time frame looks like, right? Or maybe even the let's see, an 8 hour, right, from the 3 hour that we're on right now. Check it out. 8 hour time frame is definitely bearish. So we're still on a bearish downtrend. And let's see if we can go maybe into your daily time frame here. Okay, daily time frame still remaining bearish, right? So I mean, if we go into something more immediate and we're getting this little bit of an upside, sure, we can absolutely acknowledge that. Sure, you know what, we got an upside just like this here, right? And it's particular to this time frame. So all within this larger time frame is what we're doing here, guys. So help me take a look at some of these settings, guys. And also, a lot of you already purchased this, so please make sure to pair this with your Alpha Lite. Look in the description below and get yourself the Omega Lite for life. Okay, guys. So let's talk about the targets here, guys. I know that I spoke to you about guys. Remember to send me an email too, right? To arcabulls@gmail.com to tell me your username for TradingView so I can assign it to you. Okay, so aside from the fact that, yeah, we talked about this potential downside to around your 82,876, this downside target was the one I was speaking of when XRP comes to mind, specifically down to these targets here of 206.79 to 203.99. The 203.99 has a liquid zone below this, guys, and that there could be there could be the usage of about a 195.04 to 190.58. I'm not saying that like it is going to happen. I'm saying that would be the condition for this for it to happen. Is just we would need to start closing those daily timeframes, like I mentioned to you, below those bi-monthly targets of BTC, guys. So yeah, this is the one right here, right about here. Get those closures beneath that very shallow 93,000s. And certainly we can go ahead and then consider a further downside touch to these support bounds. Specifically, actually, let's see. Yeah, to the support bound down here around the 84,000, but actual price would be around 82,440 to around 82,965. So yeah, guys, that's the only fear that I'm actually catching right now. So if it is the case, there is also the chance of Bitcoin dominance kind of falling out here, which would give an altcoin season a chance. But guys, when BTC is strong like this, that often leads into continuation of Bitcoin dropping like this demands the entire crypto market to also drop. It would be in light of everything. But like I said, I'm still analyzing this, and I'm still considering further and further tests, right, guys? So far we've noticed the last two iterations of the death cross being invalidated in similar situations like the one that we're on now, and specifically using this EMA9 rejection on that bi-monthly time frame. So it's still, that very well still could be a thing here. Okay, guys, so I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Remember that I'm never going to ever come up to you first or friend request you first or ask you about anything, okay, guys? Like, I'm not saying hi to you when you jump in the Discord, when you join. I'm not greeting you. I'm not anything, okay, guys? I will never reach out to you. And just know that if there's an Arca that reaches out to you first, that is absolutely 100% a scam. Read it, guys. Read my words right here. It is, hear them clearly. If Arca reaches out to you first, it is a scam. 100% a scam. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind, and please make sure not to let go of your hard-earned money. Yeah, quick little dead cat bounce right here, guys. This man, yeah, we're starting to kind of distribute a little stronger here, and it kind of appears to be so in your overall markets. And there you go, right? Here's your first target to the downside, 221.56. That could be in the next few hours here at least. All right, guys, immediate resistances, 225.74. I don't think it's going to go any deeper than that, really. Yeah, I guess so. 226.50. That would be your probable bear sign entries. All right, guys. So please reach out to me with any questions or concerns, and we will talk very J Scary Larry later. All right, team. Adios, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you with the bell on Monday. Adios, team.